Another strike, another claim, and once again the fragile calm in the Middle East is being shaken. Because this time the target was not just a building, it was somebody that is close to the top leadership of Hezbollah. Welcome to TimesXP's War Report. Well, Israel has now claimed that it carried out a precise airstrike in Beirut, killing an aide to Hezbollah's chief, Naim Qassem. And this whole conflict has entered an even more sensitive phase, where leadership circles themselves, they are being directly targeted. So let's understand what this really means here. This was not a random strike. According to Israeli claims, it was a targeted operation. It was focused, it was planned, and it was aimed at weakening Hezbollah from within. Because you know what, in modern warfare, taking out key aides and coordinators, they can disrupt communication, planning, and command chain. This is exactly what Israel appears to be doing here right now. Systematically going after Hezbollah's leadership structure, not just fighters on the ground here, but the people behind sending those fighters. Over the past few weeks, Israeli operations across Lebanon have intensified significantly. Right? Airstrikes have increased in frequency, targets have been more specific, and the focus has clearly shifted from broad retaliation to strategic dismantling. On the other hand, let's flip the script here. Hezbollah is not any group. It is one of the most powerful non-state military forces in that region, with thousands of fighters, a large missile arsenal, and deep influence inside Lebanon. Its leadership network, it is tightly structured, and hitting that network, it definitely sends a strong message here. Now, ladies and gentlemen, here's the bigger picture. When strikes begin targeting close aides of top leaders, it changes the nature of the conflict, right? Because it increases pressure at the highest level and it raises the risk of a strong response. And that is why this particular moment, it's very, very important. Lebanon is already under strain. Ongoing strikes, rising tension, the risk of wider escalation are putting both civilians and infrastructure under a lot of pressure. Beirut, a city that has seen conflict before, it is once again finding itself in the headlines. And yes, at the very same time, global attention is also growing. Because any escalation between Israel and Hezbollah, it does not remain contained. It has the potential to pull in other regional players as well, affect the trade routes, and further destabilize an entire tense situation. Now, it's very, very important to note that this particular claim, it comes from Israel, and independent confirmation, it is still limited. But in conflicts like these, even claims carry weight. They shape perception, they influence reaction, and sometimes they trigger the next move too. So the question is, what happens next? Well, if Hezbollah confirms the loss and chooses to respond, then the whole situation could escalate further. If not, silence itself could signal strategic recalibration. Either way, the pressure is building because this is no longer just about territory or retaliation. Now it is about control. Now it's about leadership. It's about the balance of power in that particular region. One strike, one target. But the impact, it could be far bigger. And right now the question is not just about what really happened, but what comes next.